London, a buzzing modern metropolis constructed upon layers of history dating back over 2,000 years. The city, home to 7 million people. Known for its rich financial wealth, multicultural society and iconic architecture, London is steeped in proud and royal tradition, a cosmopolitan melting pot, labelled as the financial and cultural capital of Europe. The Tate Modern cements itself as one of the main cultural hotspots within London. Converted from Bankside Power Station in 1994, the Tate Modern opened its doors in 2000, establishing itself as a mecca for art lovers and enthusiasts. This ambitious project, some say, rebranded the city, creating a buzz transforming dirty, commercial London into one of the most cultural cities on the planet. Over 5 million people flock to both Tate Modern and Britain each year to sample over 70,000 pieces of original artwork, ranging from international modern, contemporary and British art, some pieces dating back to the 15th century. Originally designed by the Victorian architect Giles Gilbert Scott, the redesign by Swiss architects Herzog and de Meuron transformed the Bankside Power Station into the Tate Modern. Preserving its character and charisma was key in the development of the project. Following a £12 million grant from the English Partnerships Regeneration Agency, the monument was purchased and development began. Since the site opened in 2000, it has been visited by over 40 million people. So what is art? And how do people value it in today's society? Is it even important anymore? Do we see art differently depending on who we are?
We're going to start off with the first question. What is art to you? How do you view art?
Well, that's quite an abstract area, and art could be anything, it could be nothing. I think it depends on the person.
Yeah.
Because for certain people, art could be something very elitist, like something very restricted. For others, art could be architecture, for example, or it could be anything you see in a museum, or could be loads of things. So I think it does depend on the viewpoint of the person. But for me, art is source of inspiration, both personally and professionally. I do find it as such.
For me, it's everything, because I'm an artist. I want to be a fashion designer.
Depends on what you mean. I mean, there's music could be classed as art.
Yeah.
Paintings could be classed as art. Theatre, acting, performing of any sort, really. People tend to think of just pictures.
Something that creates an emotional reaction amongst other things. I've just been looking at paintings and sculptures. So at the moment, it's the configuration of objects and space.
For me, it's more of a sentiment, really. It's something that you feel. You can't really just look at it and art, that's pretty. No, it's something you must feel with all your heart.
Well, I think it's a really important expression.
Yep.
Of your moods, your feelings, how you see the world.
Yep.
It's an expression of someone's opinion.
Yeah.
It's their perception of something.
Or it's an expression of someone's creativity in either visual, audio. Either that.
Yeah, it's an expression of someone's opinion or perceptions, and creativity is the platform which people use.
Oh, look.
Okay. Okay then, so do you recognise this piece of art or not? No.
No.
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay.
What do you think the actual meaning of this piece is? Like,
the meaning of the piece is a relaxing, sunny British riverside walk.
what's the first thing that sticks out to your mind when you see this?
Happiness. It seems to be sunny, It seems to be like chill. It seems to be like something really relaxed for everyone.
Behind what's that say? Behind the mask.
There you are.
Well, for me, this looks like the masks that people hide behind.
Okay. Yeah.
Which can be sadness, mystery even.
Yeah.
Fear.
It's something to entertain. It kept the artist occupied while he conveyed what he was thinking at that time in his life. It's suggests to me North American, Native American faces with a white man in the middle. Maybe I'm reading a bit too much into it.
My first thought of it is it looks a bit related to something with war, or maybe something with violence or something like that, but I have no idea.
This looks like some sort of indigenous culture. Looks like there's cultural ties to it, indigenous cultural ties to it. Probably say Pacific Islands or South America.
Do you consider art as an important piece of your life?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, for me, art
Yeah.
is happiness.
Yeah.
So if you don't have art in your life or in your real life, you don't have nothing.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
One word answer was good in
Yeah, it's always
isn't
good.
it? Yes.
I'm not really an artist, but in my free time I like to doodle.
I think art is very important, but I do think that some of the art, the modern art, is a little bit. It's not. It's difficult to tell. It's not. I don't think it comes across as art.
Because the art is can be all the art of the paint, the art of speaking.
So yeah, because I'm constantly watching TV and viewing, listening to music.
I think we can consume art quite a fair bit, even if we don't know it, even through the internet these
Kind
days.
of subliminal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like memes, for example. Like if you
Memes.
if you call that art.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's an expression of something, you know, whether that's someone's emotion or, you know, someone's trying to get a message across or, you know, anything like that. So I think everyone's going to have a different interpretation, but I think it is really one avenue for expressing that and therefore really important.
Do you think art is just the painting? So that's kind of going back a little bit onto the question beforehand.
Definitely not. As I said, it could be painting, it could be sketching, but also, I mean, it takes so many forms. As you know, people could be creative in so many different ways. I mean, if you look at different crafts out there, I mean, that's art in a way, because you know, creating anything out of nothing is art.
Yeah, like even if I'm going to IKEA, I can buy art, even if it's a cheap one. So yeah, like I can get art, or maybe if I'm going to H&M, like a shop, I can get art.
Absolutely not. Well, it's anything that appeals to the five senses, though I'm not so sure about smell. Other than, well, there are some smells that are quite good, but you know, sound, vision, touch. Vision is the one that immediately jumps out.
Art is a part of culture, and if art wasn't here, we wouldn't have all these beautiful buildings or everything. I mean,
paintings
really.
or sculptures, anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. Art is everything. It's our everyday lives to see it. It's the buildings, it's the architecture, it's the sculptures. It's the way the sea moves as well. That's also maybe considered art. I don't know. It's the sounds, the music, everything.
Where do we draw the line?
That's difficult.
It's difficult.
It's so difficult because at the moment it's so extreme. It's it's well, the thing is, you're never going to be able to draw the line.
You can't,
because anything that people class as art will be art
It's
for
opinionated,
them.
right?
It's a personal
Exactly,
opinion. Yeah, your personal interpretation of things.
Most people we interviewed valued art as an important asset, not only to society, but to their daily lives. Expressing that art is not just painting. For some it is lifestyle, for others it's something that they live and breathe. Some see it as a platform from which they can express their opinions, transfer messages, and use as a tool to innovate, encourage, and inspire. Art funding has become an epidemic problem. In recent years, financial backing has become increasingly limited, and budget cuts by international governments potentially limit public access to upcoming traditional, contemporary, and classic art forms, creating a new generation of intellectually deprived young people, which could therefore cause increased social isolation. This is increasingly important among low-income families. The study of art and music has been scientifically proven to improve children's cognitive abilities, both at home and during school. Children who are exposed to art are 3 times more likely to get a degree. Insufficient funding may also hinder the prospect of discovering new and upcoming artists. The future of art is uncertain. It is constantly changing, both with time and influence. But as long as humanity has creativity, art will never die.